Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Wednesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes: the Pittsburgh Penguins are just so bad right now. Steelers wearing alternate uniforms for a second straight week. Another domino falls in the wide receiver trade market, and more. Please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. The Pittsburgh Penguins are just so bad right now. I'm just so glad that I stayed up late last night just to be let down once again by the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pens lost to the Calgary Flames last night in a 6-round shootout. I don't even know where to begin here. If we want to look at the positives here, the bottom 6 of the Pens is light years better than that of the past 2 or 3 years. Noel Acciari had his best game in Penguins black and gold last night by working hard and laying the body, eventually getting rewarded with a goal in the third. And that's pretty much it for the positives. The Flames had a 1-0 lead in the first period, and the Pens tied it up in the second. However, the Penguins' kryptonite this year is keeping a lead, as twice in the third period they went up a score only to allow the Flames to tie the game. This game was a nutshell example of how the Penguins have performed this season and most of last season. Too many odd man breaks for the opposition, bad pinches by defensemen, a lackluster power play, and poor or sometimes downright careless puck movement. All of these issues right now are tying back to one person, in my opinion, and that is head coach Mike Sullivan. I think it's fair to say that we all love Sully and are grateful for all he has done, leading the Pens to 2 cups in 2016 and 2017. But this is ugly. In each of their last 3 games, the Pens have come out of the gates just going through the motions. It isn't until the second period, or maybe if you're lucky enough the late first, that the Pens show any signs of life. Blowing 2 leads in the third period last night is infuriating enough, but some of Sullivan's decisions in overtime and the shootout also boggle my mind. The first move that left me perplexed was when I saw Cody Glass and Matt Grzelcyk on the ice at the same time, when I believe it was midway through OT. I know your top guys in Crosby, Malkin, Rust, etc. were just out there, but why not send Lars Eller, who's got 4 goals this year, or Marcus Pettersson, who's easily your third best D-man with Karlsson and Letang? The second move, or moves in this case, that I disagree with, was Sullivan not using Erik Karlsson in that 6-round shootout. You were perfect with the first 3 selections, going with Rickard Rakell, Sidney Crosby, and Brian Rust. All 3 beat Flames goaltender Dustin Wolf in the same spot on the glove side. The 2 right-handed shots in Rakell and Rust scored, and the lefty Crosby hit the post. Hell, I even like the decision of sending out Letang 4th, though I blame him for deciding to deke after seeing what the first 3 guys did. However, sending out Lars Eller and Evgeny Malkin, 2 left-handed shots, after seeing Wolf get beat clean over the glove by the righties, I just don't understand. I get that Gino has been your best player so far this year, and that Lars has been on a heater the past couple of games, but you can't leave your $10 million Norris Trophy winning offensive defenseman on the bench in that scenario. Also, Mike, I don't know if you're talking to your players before they shoot, but why not mention to just one of them before they go that almost all of your first 3 shooters went high glove? It's stuff like this that had the Pens miss playoffs by 1 point last year, and it's frustrating seeing leads getting blown and extra points being left on the table once again. In all honesty, I think Sullivan is losing, or has already lost, the locker room. His outdated philosophy and game plan has been completely rendered useless, and now half of his players don't care anymore. Also, shout out to Chell Penguins on X for pointing out that the team this year is 3-0 against teams currently out of playoffs, and 0-5 against teams currently in playoffs. I get that it's just 1 week out of a long season, but this past week has really made me question if the Pens are both good enough and are being led by the right person to make one last run with this core. Pirates make a notable front office hire. Nearing the end of the 2024 regular season, the Pittsburgh Pirates made multiple vacancies in their front office. Well, one of those open positions is now filled. On Tuesday night, MLB.com Pirates beat reporter Alex Stumpf and baseball history writer John Drecker broke that the Bucs have hired Kevin Tenenbaum as their new vice president of research and development. Tenenbaum has been a part of multiple league front offices for 11 years now. He was a part of the Baltimore Orioles analytics team from 2014 to 2017 before joining the Cleveland Guardians, where he spent 7 seasons in their research department. Tenenbaum gradually climbed up the ranks in the Guardians' research department to VP of Research and Development last year, so he will be in the same role but now with the Pirates. It is unknown what exactly Tenenbaum's duties will be, but at least the Bucks hired someone from an organization that they should strive to be like. During Tenenbaum's time in Cleveland, the team made the postseason 5 times in 8 years, including an ALCS appearance this season against a juggernaut New York Yankees team. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, Kevin Tenenbaum. Steelers wearing alternate uniforms for a second straight week. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going back-to-back in multiple facets this week. They're playing their second of back-to-back primetime games. They're playing a second New York football team in a row. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers will be wearing their second alternate uniform after wearing their throwback block number jerseys last weekend. Yes, another fan favorite in the Color Rush jerseys will be worn by the black and gold when they take on the Giants on Monday Night Football. The Steelers have worn this uniform at least once every year since its debut in 2016, and are 7-3 wearing the Color Rush alternates. The players seem to like it too, with defensive captain Cam Hayward saying, "It's a different jersey. I like to think we win more than we lose in them. We usually do it for a night game, and it provides an intensity and a rush, no pun intended. It's a good time to show off some cool jerseys." Kickoff for Monday night's game against the Giants is scheduled for 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and those all-black unis will look so sick at night. And finally, another domino falls in the wide receiver trade market. Breaking news this Wednesday morning as yet another AFC team not named the Steelers made a trade for a big-name wide receiver. Just a little before 7 a.m., senior NFL insiders Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport broke news that the Tennessee Titans have dealt 3-time All-Pro wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins to the Kansas City Chiefs. In return, the Titans are receiving a conditional 5th-round pick and are also eating half of Hopkins' salary. The 31-year-old has regressed a little bit in the eyes of fans, but he still has 15 receptions for 173 yards and a touchdown this year on a bad Titans team. With this trade, the wideout market for the Steelers shrinks by one more name that was near the top of my list of possible additions. Also, the rich get richer with the undefeated back-to-back Super Bowl champion Chiefs, who I'm sure will see D-Hop's production spike with Patrick Mahomes throwing to him. However, there is some bright side to this trade for the Steelers, as Pittsburgh now replaces KC as the odds-on favorite to acquire wide receiver Cooper Kupp from the LA Rams. The Steelers will host Hopkins and the Chiefs later this season in a Week 17 Christmas Day matchup on Netflix. Hopefully, GM Omar Khan, with the help of running back Cordero Patterson, cancel out the Chiefs adding Hopkins with a substantial receiver acquisition like Kupp or someone else before then. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up a Wednesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.